Alright, so here we are in our 737. We're going to go ahead and shut down all the engines. We're going to go ahead and do a full startup sequence. So basically what that is we're going to shut everything down. See the indicators there. We're going to shut everything down and start everything from cold and dark, as they call it. So we'll actually go up here, turn on our fuel pumps, our generators are on, APU gen on, and we'll go ahead and switch that, and we'll go ahead and switch that to flight, and that should spool up here momentarily. So over here we have the N2, which is what we want, about 20 to 21%, and then it should fire right up. So let's see if that did it. Okay. So looks like we're going to have to use the Shift 4 menu to go ahead and spool up the engine and have them actually fire up. So we'll go ahead and turn our right fuel pumps on. We'll go ahead and turn this back over to flight over here on the right engine. Wait for that to get up to, like I said, about 20 or 21%. And there we go. So we have over 28,000 pounds of fuel in the center tank, and we have just over 8,000, I believe, in 8,600 roughly in the wing tanks. So we're pretty much good to go. Parking brake is off. I'm going to go ahead and set the flaps to 5, and that would be the takeoff flap setting. So from here, we're going to go ahead and start talking to air traffic control. So we want to tune the clearance channel so that we have clearance to actually leave, and that's where we get our altitude, our squawk codes, and all that good stuff. So we're going to tune Orlando. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and turn on the ATIS real quick. That's going to give us our weather information.
Orlando airport information, Sierra 1734, Zulu, wind calm, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions, few clouds at 5,700, temperature 15, 2.5, altimeter 2992, ILS, runway 35, right ILS, runway 35, left ILS, runway 36, right and visual, runway 36, left and use. Landing and departing runway 35, right runway 35, left runway 36, right and runway 36, left. IFR aircraft is a direction of flight. All aircraft will use hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact unit Sierra.
Alright, so we have information Sierra. So now we are on the clearance channel, so 134.7. We're going to go ahead and request IFR clearance from air traffic control, and we should see the conversation happening right here.
On the IFR clearance, Jacksonville. Frontier Flight Report 1 is cleared to Jacksonville Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 10,000. Departure frequency is 119.4, squawk 0477.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and read that back.
Frontier Flight 341.
So runway heading, so pretty much whatever runway they give us, we're going to fly that heading. So if it's 36, we're going to fly 360, which is 000, which is true north. Up to 10,000 feet, departure is on 119.4, and we're going to squawk 0477. So with that, we're going to go ahead and turn in the... Oh, I guess we're already tuned in. Okay. Let's go ahead and contact ground on 121.8. We're going to go ahead and switch over here. 21.8. And I'm just using the scroll wheel on my mouse to change these channels. We're going to go ahead and switch standby frequencies. And now we're going to see where we're going to go for our taxi clearance.
Orlando ground, Frontier Flight 341 with Sierra, ready to taxi, IFR. Frontier Flight 341, taxi to and hold short of runway 36 right, using taxiway Echo 1 Echo, Charlie, Bravo 9er, Bravo 10, contact tower on 124.3 when ready.
Alright, we'll go ahead and acknowledge that.
Taxi to and hold short runway 36 right, via taxiway Echo 1 Echo, Charlie, Bravo 9er, Bravo 10, Frontier Flight 341.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and push back. So let's see, we want to go Echo 1. So Echo 1 is probably going to be, we probably want to have our tail facing right. So let's go ahead and do the hotkey for this. It's going to be Shift P or Shift Papa. We'll see our little tugboat, or tug truck come out and push us out. So here we go. And now normally we would be, at this point we would be starting the engines, but since we've already gone through that procedure, we don't really have to do that. So we want to set our speed to 250 knots. So that is the limit under 10,000 feet that you can go. So pretty much we want to keep this heading the same. We're basically going to be flying using these instruments basically right here. We're only going to be using these. We might use a few of these down here, these radio switches, to tune to different frequencies, but for the most part we're going to be using the autopilot settings. So we are just about pushed back, and we're going to go ahead and stop, put on these parking brakes. The tug is going to go back to its place. So we're going to do a flight control check real quick. So this is back, forward, right and left, and all around. Flaps are set to 5. We're going to go ahead and do a slow taxi up to, where is it? Echo 1. So we'll go ahead and we're going to use our rudder pedals to steer on the ground here. So you saw it go down a little bit there. So we're going to be making a left-hand turn. Slow down just a little bit. So let's keep going here. So pretty much I found out very quickly that this line here in the middle of the taxiway here is not like your line driving. Pretty much you want to keep your nose right in the center of this line. So if you're anywhere off that center line, you're probably going to hit some taxiway signs or other planes or anything like that, or buildings or something like that. So you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping your center line here. And I've noticed that for the most part, keeping the center line between that master caution and fuel overheat and electrical button is just about where you need to be. So we need to go to Echo to Charlie. So we'll come up here. Echo. It's actually Echo 3. Here's Echo. So we're on Echo 3 for some reason. Don't know why. But here would be Echo at this intersection. Not here, but the next one. Need to go to Charlie. So, let's see. We're going to go ahead and turn left. Charlie to what? Bravo 9. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take us down Echo here, because that's where they told us to go. This is a problem here. You brake too hard and then you stop, which is not supposed to happen. Let's see if we're even going the right way. I don't see. Let's see what we're coming up to here. Well, there's Echo 1 to Echo. Then we needed to go Charlie. So this next one is actually Charlie. So we'll go ahead and turn left here. Slow down just a little bit. So these taxiway signs pretty much are, the black one is what you're on, and the yellow ones with the arrows next to it is what you're intersecting or passing. And get our ground speed up just a little bit so we can get on here. What did they say tower was on? Tower on 124.3. Alright, so we've already got that. Let's go ahead and hold short here. Bravo 9, which is right here. So brake just a little bit. Make this right turn here. Bravo, and then I think Bravo 10. Yep. So we're gonna make this turn here. We're gonna turn left onto Bravo. Now you don't have to be exactly on the line, but it does help because it kind of turns the way your plane needs to. So if you want to be pretty precise in how your plane turns, so you're not having to do what I'm doing and brake and stop, or brake and go and brake and go. But mostly the hardest part about taxiing is the speed. I mean, you can set the autopilot to 25 knots because that's what your max ground speed is. But I just like to play with it that way. I know I have control over the speed at any given time. So, alright, so we're going to make a right turn on Bravo 10 or Bravo 10. Basically, we're going to hold short. Gonna see what tower wants us to do. I'm assuming they want us to take off, but we do need that clearance since ground cannot give an airplane clearance to take off on a runway. So here we go. Just line up good here. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and hold right here. And in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and get our clearance to take off, and then we'll be on our way.